I was in Italy a long time ago and I ate an apple that I could taste every bit of soil, rock, climate that went into it. And like just kind of blew me away, like having a transcendent experience with an apple is not something one really thinks they're going to have.
If I can pull out an herb from the garden today and serve it to you tonight, it's top quality.
When people see where their food comes from, it brings direct connection to it. So it makes it more valuable.
What makes it worth it for us truly is knowing that we're feeding ourselves and our community the cleanest of the clean.
It's a good aesthetic for a farmer, having something in your hand. I didn't have like a beautiful, nice beard for you or anything. So basically, if we get back to the beginning of what inspired me to do this farm here, growing up, I had a little bit of health issues. I kind of went down this rabbit hole of, things that were influencing it. So I wanted to feed my community, provide healthy food for my community, and spend a life working outside, working with plants, and kind of living off the land and kind of being my own man. Growing food in an urban environment, the community that you can create doing this is just incredible. So just the access and the amount of interaction that you can have with the people consuming your food is something I didn't really expect going into it. From a local food system, it's great because we can create a huge food network for other farmers being accessible into the urban environment. The kids that come out on field trips get to experience where their food comes from. Meacham is not just a farm, but it's also a teaching space for people. We want them to come here and just learn the basic components about where their food comes from. So especially when the kids come out here, just knowing that their food just doesn't come from a store, but it's from people out working the land. And then we want them to learn about not only where the food comes from, what it looks like, how to grow it, but how to enjoy it with friends and family. For chefs, it's one of those things like terroirs of local places. I think it's incredibly important to support the regional food systems that you have to get different flavors. It's the basis of culture. So you start developing new recipes based on the food that grows here, how it tastes coming from here. So I think it's incredibly important for chefs to take advantage of that. It makes them unique. I mean, if they want to be the best, they got to get the best, right?
I opened the refinery in March of 2010. I wanted to mold it after all these places that I really liked in other cities, that I just wanted one place like that here, someplace that I wanted to eat. But, that whole mindset of buy local was really kind of very at the forefront. And as I got into it and started working more with the farmers and the people who fish and the ranchers, we formed relationships. It wasn't a customer type relationship anymore. It was, our mutual success is wrapped up right here. My money went to pay for dance lessons. It didn't go to some nameless bank account in Houston. I made the menu off of what was available. That was just unheard of here. I would see people kind of sneak in quietly, sit there, taking photos of the menu, taking notes. And it's one of those things that you might think inspires jealousy, but no, let's bring more people to the party. Let's just, we can get a smaller piece of a bigger pie and it's all good,
So we bought this parcel of land with not sure what we were going to do with it. We knew we wanted to do something different, something special. And Lay Roots came when it was during the pandemic, shut down. We were like, kind of like twiddling our thumbs at home, like, what are we gonna do? And Les Roots was born. We knew we wanted to do something special for our community, and we decided it was time to give back to our community like it's given to us.
The moment we knew that this is just not a farm that's feeding people was when we were actually approached by the Florida Aquarium to come on board, bring their animal care team here, and also not only serve people, but serve animals.
We've been referred to as concierge farming. So many chefs have come in and say, look, I have such a hard time getting this type of pepper. Is there any way that you guys can grow this for me? And we buy the seeds and we grow it. And we've had very, very high success rate testing really unique ingredients. And it's been a very fun process for us along the way.
We get in touch with chefs or restaurant groups solely so far inbound. We've really received majority of our business comes from them approaching us. We want that exclusivity because we are a premium provider at a boutique level, very high quality. So we really only want to deal with chefs that are in fact approaching us because those are the ones that actually care about what they're serving.
Transparency is key in communicating to local chefs or a direct-to-consumer customer as well, because we live in a world that we don't really know where our food is coming from. So for us, it's super important to be transparent with whomever we're selling to, because we are 100% pesticide-free. We genuinely care about, like, from seed to sale, the process and making sure we're the cleanest out there.
Sustainable farming is at our core, all natural Mother Nature light. So all day long, we're fighting with Mother Nature and we're trying to figure out where she's positioning herself. And that's where we're positioning our plants. So we keep the water source for an extended period of time because we microdose our water to get it right in balance right after a crop comes out of it. We recharge the water so that we can keep the same source water and not have to constantly be flushing water in and out. So sustainability outbound to the community. I mean, the idea here was to stick a farm in a dense urban area to supply the immediate local. What we're doing is getting way better product direct to the consumer the first day it's been cut, and it's right to the immediate local. So it's really local sustainability as well with our customer base, and in addition to how we use sustainability in our farming practice.
Sustainability is a very complex concept to even really think about, because you have to look at what's good for the earth, what's good for the humans, what's good monetarily. It can't just be any one thing, you know. It has to be. You have to just step back and look at the whole picture, and the money stays local, where it's turned over 4 times at least, versus shipping it off to someplace else and it's just gone, you know? If you know you're doing the right thing, it's never easy.
The one thing that always drew me to work with local farmers to source the best local products as possible is being able to, the desire to be able to serve the most fresh food that you can source, right? When we started off in the beginning, I literally sold my 2-door Honda and I bought a truck so I can drive around and pick up all of my produce from local farmers. And that's how we originated at Rooster and the Till. The term local to me means keeping everything economically within our community and looking out for one another. And from a neighborhood perspective is really important to us. We've always really valued our partnership with local farmers, local fishermen. So having that connection with people and helping the economics and getting that system, the ecosystem generating, has always been a driving force. Sourcing locally plays into our creativity within our restaurants in a sense where we like to reverse it. We like to see what people are growing and what they're really excited about. And then we'll lean on those products to showcase in the restaurant. When you're buying something local, the quality, the freshness is unparalleled. Yeah, I'm super excited where Tampa Bay's food scene is headed. I think we're in like this huge growth spurt right now. A lot of new chefs and are coming to our market. A lot more local people are opening up other restaurants as well. So we're growing quickly. With that is the demand for more locality by way of vegetable produce and proteins. So I think that it also feeds the farmers. I guess my why changes as I grow older, you know. In the beginning, it was to exercise my creativity and my passion for cooking. And now that we have 9 concepts in operation, my time in the kitchen has dwindled significantly and I work more on the business. And so I think my why now is my employees, you know, watching them grow, giving them opportunities to help grow their families, and being able to help people and really just uplift them within our community, within our industry, is something that's near and dear to my heart.
You're a student for life. When you're a chef, you're kind of a student for life. Our family was really steeped in the culture of Tampa, the melting pot of Tampa, but you know, more importantly, the food culture. And so as I grew older, I became more and more obsessed with the actual idea of the food, the actual ingredients, what you do to ingredients, how you bring your culture to then evolve an ingredient into something that's familiar to you, yet it's something new. Local to me means combining the local culture, which is constantly evolving, with local ingredients, and then hopefully bringing your magic to it, your creativity to it, and then that becomes, to me, like a local new dish. The whole pursuit is how can we have the very best ingredients? And that's kind of what I've always tried to pursue, is whether I'm driving up I-4 looking for a honey farm, or whether, you know, back in the day, I used to know this crazy woman who grew all these organics under her house on stilts, and it was the best I ever had, the best organics I ever had. So, you know, I've done all that, and now it's better because there are other people who've made it an expertise, made it their specialty to bring us great products. I think it's extraordinary to see the culinary explosion that's happened in Tampa, because at the end of the day, food is really my first love. And I think making a living at something that you still are mystified by, romanced by, that you're still inspired by it, I think for me, that's been my sweet spot my whole life. So for us, getting ready for the winter, we love doing game birds, game meat. So this is a duck breast that we've done with a cocoa chili rub, but it's totally inspired by Spanish and Cuban flavors in Tampa. What we've done is we've taken plantains, we've done plantain fondant, glazed them in an allspice brown butter. We serve it with an allspice demi, a sour orange caramel, and a charred cabbage escabeche to bring you this acidic punch to all the like depth and umami and caramelly flavors. So it's an awesome dish representative of my home city.
Any advice for the future of urban farmers is that we hope that they keep up the same level of standard and quality that we instill here, because as a farmer, you are responsible for feeding people and you should be operating at that level of standard.
For us, it's just so important to be fueling our community with the cleanest of ingredients.
I really hope the next generation of chefs really embraces the concept of sustainability in all of its aspects, but that whole caring about that sense of purpose and mindfulness throughout the entirety of what a restaurant does.
The term feeding the future, it's basically what we do here. You know, it's our driving forces to provide an incredible agricultural experience for people, but mainly to feed our community, to grow healthy food and feed as many people as we can. So we're going to take part of that and hopefully raise a few new farmers along the way so they can do the same.